Hi, this is Nirupama Chatterjee, and you are once again welcome to my channel Health Alerts. To start with today, I'll be discussing something which is a little different and it belongs to the sphere of psychology actually. Now, before I really start, a well-informed person is more likely to survive longer and have a better quality of life than uninformed ones because an apple a day may no more keep a doctor away. So having that thought in mind, let me start with my today's presentation, that is emotional intelligence. All of us, we have heard about intelligence quotient or IQ. Now, I'll be dealing today with a different thing, which is emotional intelligence. Many of us, as I said, are aware about IQ, that is intelligent quotient. IQ, that is intelligent quotient, is designed to measure the intellectual intelligence. IQ gives a score from a series of tests actually, which is measurable. Higher IQs indicate better cognitive abilities or the ability to learn and understand. People with higher IQs are more likely to do well academically without exerting the same amount of mental effort as those with lower IQ scores. A logical assumption, therefore, is that people with higher IQs will be more successful at work and throughout their life. This assumption has been proven incorrect. There is more to success than simply being clever. Emotional intelligence, EI, or as it is known, emotional quotient, EQ, is a more modern concept and was only fully developed in the mid 1990s by Daniel Goleman, among others. So, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence refers to the ability to identify and manage one's own emotion as well as the emotion of others. Emotional intelligence is generally said to include a few scales, namely emotional awareness or the ability to identify and name one's own emotions, the ability to harness those emotions and apply them to tasks like thinking and problem solving, and of course the ability to manage emotions, which includes both regulating one's own emotion when necessary and helping others to do the same. The root of emotional intelligence. The concept, also known as emotional quotient or EQ, has gained wide acceptance. However, some psychologists argue that because EQ or emotional quotient cannot be captured via psychometric tests, it lacks true explanatory power. However, self-aware is an emotionally intelligent person. The emotionally intelligent are highly conscious of their own emotional states, even negative ones, from frustration or sadness to something more subtle. They are able to identify and understand what they are feeling, and being able to name an emotion helps manage that emotion. Because of this, the emotionally intelligent have high self-confidence and are realistic about themselves. Do the emotionally intelligent have a better handle on self-regulation? A person high in EQ or emotional quotient is not impulsive or hasty with their actions. That is quite important in one's life. They think before they do. This translates into steady emotion regulation or the ability to reduce how intense an emotion feels. Taking anger or anxiety down a notch is called down regulation. The emotionally intelligent are able to shift gears and lighten mood both internally and externally. Are the emotionally intelligent tuned into the emotions of others? Such people are spatially tuned into the emotions that others experience. It's understandable that sensitivity to emotional signals, both from within oneself and from one's social environment, could make one a better friend, parent, leader, or a romantic partner. Being in tune with others is less work for others. Now, the question is, are the emotionally intelligent more empathic? This person is able to recognize and understand the emotions of others, a skill tied to empathy. The person with a high EQ hear and understand another person's point of view clearly. The empathic are generally supportive of the people in their lives, and they easily modulate their emotions to match the mood of another person as well. Then comes the question, is emotional intelligence a valid construct? This is a subject of active debate within the field. Some personality psychologists argue that emotional intelligence can be more parsimoniously described by traits such as agreeableness and even charisma. A highly charismatic person, for example, is socially adept and can quickly read a room. How to cultivate emotional intelligence? We are naturally drawn to a person with high EQ, or as we call it, emotional quotient. We are comfortable and at ease with their easy repo. It feels as though they can read social cues with superhuman ability. Perhaps they can even mind read how other people feel to some extent. This effortlessness is welcome in all domains of life, at home, in social setting, and at work. So, this is applicable and useful in personal life as well as in professional life. Who would not want a boss who understood how you are feeling and what you are trying to accomplish in the professional life? Can they learn to be more emotional intelligent? Yes, you can. You can start by learning to identify the emotions you are feeling as well as understanding them. If you are able to name the emotion you are feeling, you have a better chance of understanding what you are feeling. You can also learn to better regulate your emotions just by stopping and thinking before you act and judge. These skills will help you marshal inner resolve and stick to what really matters in life. This next question is, are the emotionally intelligent higher performers in the workplace? While some studies have found a link between emotional intelligence and job performance, many others have shown no correlation whatsoever, and the lack of a scientifically valid scale makes it difficult to truly measure or predict how emotionally intuitive a person may be on the job or in other areas of life. Are the emotionally intelligent more motivated? These people are able to mobilize and utilize their emotions, and they are motivated to manage tasks and problem solve obstacles. They are connected to who they are and what they value in life, which are foundational for prioritizing and reaching any objective or goal. Knowing what matters is crucial for productivity. Can you test for emotional intelligence in the workplace? In recent years, some employers have incorporated emotional intelligence tests into their application and interview processes, on the theory that someone high in emotional intelligence would make a better leader or co-worker. However, it is not clear if these measures are accurate or even useful. Now, can emotional intelligence be measured? Testing for EQ in the workplace, for example, is difficult because there is no validated psychometric test or scale for emotional intelligence as there is for the general intelligence factor. And many argue that emotional intelligence is therefore not an actual construct, but a way of describing interpersonal skills. So, in summary, working on your emotional intelligence could well be the most important aspect of your personal development, and that can lead to your professional development. Research has shown that people with higher levels of emotional intelligence enjoy more satisfying and successful careers and relationships. If you think about ways to enhance your emotional intelligence, you are likely to become more charismatic, interesting, and attractive to others. And you will also give your self esteem a boost. Benefits of higher emotional intelligence. People with higher emotional intelligence find it easier to form and maintain interpersonal relationship and to fit in to group solutions or situations. People with higher emotional intelligence are also better at understanding their own psychological state, which can include managing stress effectively and being less likely to suffer from depression. And of course, when you work on your emotional intelligence, you better your emotional intelligence, you can create space faster into the minds of people or into your professional life. So that was about emotional intelligence for the time being. And before I conclude, I always say laughter is the best medicine. And today's laughter insertion is try to read between the lines. Both the pictures, the captions are the same, but the pictures are different. So the meaning altogether gets altered within the same caption. This is for you to read, understand, and laugh or take it seriously. Thanks for watching. Hope this educational info is useful to you. If you find these pieces of information useful, then do subscribe to the channel, like, and forward. You can also suggest any topic you'd like me to throw light on. Do write your opinion in the comments.